So they're trying to make them stay on the field for an entire drive and wear them down.
And Rodgers will dump it off to Lacey. And he gets smacked at the 20-yard line. Rodgers protected well, slings it to the outside, and that's Quarles making the catch out of bounds. Buying time, slinging it too high. Thomas covering on the play, intended for Nelson.
It's a good thing that Aaron Rodgers threw it where he did, or Earl Thomas is going to have an interception.
And Rodgers gets it away quickly, fast release. Quarles makes the catch, gain of about 6. Bored. Well, he must be bored tonight because nothing. 0 has come his way.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's going to happen to him. You ever see him do that thing where he goes, like he's yawning? That's
first and 20. Rodgers stepping away, throwing, and then getting creamed is Nelson by Cam Chancellor. Talk about a shutdown corner or whatever you want to call him, but you've had a great night when nobody even throws your way. That's your reputation. Meanwhile, they go Maxwell's way. Boy, that secondary does its job. What else is new? And it's deflected and incomplete. Leads in a boom.
First down and 20, all-out blitz coming. And Rivers throws, and it's incomplete. He had an eye on Malcolm Floyd. He had bodies hanging all over him, including San Diego would be identical almost in rushing yards with Seattle. Corner of the end zone, and that one thrown out of bounds. Well, he was a basketball player, of course. Brown trying to just get back to the line of scrimmage, and does. Gates has been.
And up the middle they go. And sneaking through a little hole is Monte Ball. The ball came out. The ball came out. Ball fumbles on the very first play. And Seattle has recovered. Disaster.
Looked like a perfect start. A 3-and-out. How about that blocking up front? And Earl Thomas pulls the football out. That's another thing the Seahawks defense did not do last week. They didn't swarm the football, and when you
drive, and on first down, they swing it over. The ball's caught, and on the run, Sanders is tripped up after a pick. End zone and incomplete. He was going for Julius Thomas.
Outside, and Thomas, watch it, sells it out, and then bends it back in. That's a really well-designed play, but that was a tight window, and a terrific drive that time by the Broncos.
Manning, who is able to get it away for a 1-yard gain to Anderson.
Earl Thomas, fastest safety in the NFL.
Check for concussion-like symptoms. And Manning, there's some zip on that one. The ball comes out, was caught by Thomas, and he fumbled and was ruled a catch on the field. Malcolm Smith with the recovery.
Defensive play.
Pressure, stepping up, firing, and wide, just wide of Demaryius Thomas. I made the remark at first play, but hasn't again. It was Ball who fumbled on that first play for Denver, but this time takes the screen. 3rd and 10. And that pass is intercepted. Stepping right in front of Welker is Chancellor, and they rule it incomplete. Manning's pass batted down near the first down marker. It was batted down. Sherman on the coverage. 3rd and 11. And Manning's pass is intercepted. Intercepted by Chancellor. And Chancellor's across the 40 to the 50. And gets tangled up by Ramirez.
Seam. Here he goes up the seam. There's Chancellor. He's eyeing the quarterback. Falls back. Boy, and look at Earl Thomas, how fast he's coming. I don't know if there's any way they're going to complete that pass no matter what. They played Seattle defense. Drop back, read the quarterback, and react. And Cam Chancellor, Jim, 6'3", 4.
Sean Jackson looping around, throwing over the head of Thomas, and Jackson can't hang on. So Earl Thomas, the safety, going step downs for the Redskins so far. Cousins pumps and throws. It's a complete minimal gain again to Logan Paulson. Cam Chancellor, it is Morris to the right. Cam Chancellor pulling him back 2 yards there.
Delay to Murray. That'll be a gain of almost 4. It'll bring up another 30. Coming down from a safety spot is Chancellor to drop him behind the coming. Murray wrapped up by Sherman.
Richard Sherman again on Des Bryant.
And that's where they're looking. Two got tangled up at the 30-yard line. It'll bring up a third down.
Not a real favorable position for the Dallas Cowboys to convert 3rd and long, but Seattle hit
by the Dallas defense. Murray able to dodge a tackle. And on a safe throw, first down, picks up 5. Sherman, that's a nice play.
On 2nd and 5, Richard Sherman comes up to make the tackle. Kenny Britt, loss of 2.
To the Seahawks.
Austin in the backfield, takes the handoff up the middle and spins down to the 38-yard line. And when you chronicle, Trey Mason in the backfield takes the handoff from Davis and is out to the 10 from the 46, the end around to Austin. And it goes nowhere. Tavon Austin loses a yard. Seahawks out of timeouts. Davis throws. Sherman on the coverage. No flags. Austin, the intended receiver. So Richard Sherman makes a big play, and now the
Tavon Austin in that situation. Very physical with his coverage. We saw him switch at the end of the Dallas game to go take Des Bryant, moving out of his left corner position, and there with the game on the line.
Play fake. Newton. Incomplete. Hit off the hands of Kelvin Benjamin. Richard Sherman in coverage. 131 total yards for Carolina. Gorgeous fake. Avant ends up with a football hit by Richard Sherman. They only pick up a couple of fakes from Newton. Dials up the deep ball. Benjamin extending out. Matched one-on-one by Richard Sherman, the Pro Bowler. Fake it. Newton trying to cut it back as he hits the 30-yard line, but Earl Thomas able to hold.
Job getting off of blocks and linebackers that can run and fill. Here comes the pressure.
3rd and 9 going for Holmes. Defended by Sherman. And defended well. It's incomplete.
Slide, get that sidearm, and get it out.
3rd and 5 into the nickel. That's picked off by Sherman. Now buckle up. Here he goes. Looking for some blocks. Breaks a tackle of Rivera. Breaks a tackle of Jackson. Finally shoved out of bounds by Donald Penn. The Pro Bowler, the All-Pro quarterback, Richard Sherman, with his first interception this year. They need the 49. Watson blocks here. Tompkins got caught up with Sherman's defense. There's no use. Have got a punt.
Well, you got tight coverage. You see Sherman, he's right in the back pocket. I think what happens there is that the
goal at the 5. Carr, Moore. He ran the wrong route again.
Here's a guy in Moore who hasn't played a lot in the last month, and this is the best cover corner in football. Does a great job with his eyes locating the throw. I wouldn't pick a fight with this guy. There's too many other places to work on the field.
Carr, James Jones. He was hit by Thomas. He picks up 4. He gets to the 1.
Manning escapes trouble for the moment and cannot. Evidently did get rid of it.
and he gets great pressure then on Eli Manning. Peyton Hillis does an excellent job of picking up the blitz, but Michael Bennett is a matchup problem inside, and he gets the pressure, and then Richard Sherman blanketing Odell Beckham.
Yeah. Blitz aired out for Randall, pass out of bounds, incomplete. Sherman defending. Here's Joel Klatt. Manning keeps it, going for it all. Beckham in the end zone, picked off. Intercepted by Thomas. Earl Thomas back the other way. Outside the 40.
Joe, this is what I was talking about earlier. When you go against Richard Sherman, you got to be real careful on the deep throw. Beckham having to try to play defense here, tips it up. Earl Thomas is able to come away with the pick.
for Thomas, his first of the year, and a big time for the Seahawks.
Goes.
You might not make it back out for the second half.
That's true.
Here's Thomas.
I tell you what, that guy is excited.
Motion. And takes the handoff from Smith. We saw that play in the first. And Smith hands it off to Charles. Looks to find his way back to the line of scrimmage. Ball comes loose.
So uncharacteristic of Kansas City. They were the third best team in the NFL. They've had 2 critical turnovers near midfield this afternoon.
After the Chiefs turned the ball over only 5 times in their last 8 games, 2 today.
Stanton going to sling it to Ellington, and he cannot get by Cam Chancellor. Cam on a 2nd and 8, they're going to hand it off to Taylor, and Taylor runs forward across the 41. Stanton, pressure over the middle. Carlson tackled immediately by Cam Chancellor. 3rd and 2. Stanton to Ellington. What a tackle! Immediately by the speedy Earl Thomas, and he did not get it.
Watch Earl Thomas. Just kind of lurking in the woods. And then, boom. Great eyes, and then the closing ability. That's what makes this guy a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Some criticism in the last week that it's either feast or feast.
Has time. Looking, incomplete. He was looking for Floyd. It was incomplete. And a 4th.
Terrific safety. You got Wagner back after missing 5 last week. He came back. And a run out to the 29-yard line. Frank Gore. And they snap it at 1. And Kaepernick's going to go deep and incomplete. 2 guys in the same area. Coverage was good. And only a 3-man rush. And then it's intercepted at the 50-yard line by Richard Sherman. And he gets taken down to the 44-yard line. Richard Sherman. And everybody in this area knows him, and he wants to enter the championship game last year. Well, Sherman headed out.
Watch Sherman the way that he does this. You do not want to throw to his side when he is playing that run-out position. He keeps his eye on the quarterback and basically just feels where the receiver is. He saw the ball coming that time before Brandon Lloyd did. Do not mess with that guy when he's in that technique. When he's inside, take your shot. Out.
And then incomplete because it's broken up by Cam Chancellor over the middle, averaging less than 2 yards per play. Look out. And that'll go down a fraction as well, intended for number 84, Lloyd.
Richard Sherman, watch him. He's not watching the receiver. He's watching the quarterback, and he almost had interception number 2. Again, trying to get it to the outside. Sherman is not happy with himself. He only had 1 interception coming in, has 1 tonight.
And over the middle, Gore. And Gore slips out of 1 tackle and gets to the 35-yard line. So it's Kaepernick with protection, going for Miller in the end zone, and incomplete. They sent the fullback out. Cam Chancellor, the safety. Hawks are giving him that short stuff. And Kaepernick is intercepted at the 31. Sherman does it again.
Looks like the defense from a year ago. Sanchez has to pull it down, and now fires, nearly picked. And there's Richard Sherman to start his day as he jumped in front. That was almost a big statement here to start.
Well, the Seahawks know that when you're backed up, you want to try to get the ball out quickly. Richard, right from the start, almost gets a pick.
Here's another pass breakup. Crowd looking for a flag. They don't get it. Cam out of the end zone. It's Huff. Huff gets popped by Cam Chancellor at the 20. A 25-yard with all day. This one gets away. No flag as Macklin turns around. Might have been held by Sherman.
Look, they're on the corner, and Sanchez had time in the pocket. You're not going to get more open than that, but he just never really saw urge to give him a chance.
And you've got the defense, the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL. They are healthy. Big reason why they are so much better is the health of middle linebacker Bobby Wagner. But, man, they are rolling right now.
They're playing as good as any defense has ever. over the last 7 weeks of the season.
His longest 30. Nowhere to go. Gore is bottled up. Cam Chancellor was up there and then lost his helmet.
That made a huge difference. 2nd and 10, and the pass is incomplete, thrown into double coverage. And you've got Sherman and Thomas down to the 20-yard line. And pop, and that's Cam Chancellor who comes up on Taylor, and that's something as he chants.
This guy looks like he's an NBA power forward when you're standing next to him. And watch the holy smokes. Perfectly clean hit, but as a running back, you have no idea that's coming. Stephon Taylor had no idea because that's the old 8th man. And
point another with Logan Thomas. 3rd and 10. Lindley fires over the middle, and that is incomplete. So it's a quick 3 and out. Larry Fitzgerald hit by Earl Thomas. Floyd in for extra leverage, and they give it to the first man through and trying to carry for a first down.
This is a safety. This is what this guy does all the time. I mean, you just watch him play a little bit, and it's Cam Chancellor by him every time.
And that's fired incomplete. Boy, again into a lot of traffic. Oh, baby. Dangerous. Cam Chancellor was there. Marion Grice. Blitz. Lindley throws, and that's caught. Spinning, but not getting the first down is Jerron Brown. It happened 10 days ago. Given 24 instead of 17, and that pass is intercepted by Richard Sherman. So sooner or later, a flag is down on the run back. So the pick figures to stand, and then Richard's going to go all the way down to about the 30-yard line, but a lot of this figures to be coming back.
On first down, fires to the far side, and he has his tight end, Corey Harkey, but he's dropped immediately by Cam Chancellor. And they'll run it with Benny Cunningham. And Cunningham finding no room. Cam Chancellor comes up, drops him.
It went from 12th in points allowed to 1st in that span. And even today, they may be behind 6-3, but the Seattle offense has turned it over twice. Seattle defense has only given up a field goal off of those 2 turnovers.
Here's Hill. Cunningham open. Can he make a move and get there?
Did he have the ball? Yeah, touchback. Wow. The end zone. See him making a play. Look at Earl Thomas punching the football.
The ball was fumbled at the half-yard line, into and out of the end zone. It's a touchback. Seattle ball, first down.
Watch Earl Thomas, 29, come in at the end. See him punch the football before it gets to the goal line. The ball is out of his hand. It goes through the end zone. Touchback. Seattle takes the football.
Dumps it off to Stewart. And he's got a good block out on the near side. Fumbles, and it goes backwards, but out of bounds. So Carolina will retain possession. It's going to alter
the 2nd straight year. Speed is what defines this defense to me. They have speed all over the field. They attack the football, and they play with an edge to them.
Newton steps, has time, unleashes a bomb deep down the field, and it is intercepted by Richard Sherman.
Well, one thing that Cam Newton's shown, he's not afraid of throwing at Richard Sherman, and he just paid for not being afraid. Richard Sherman attacks the ball, high points it. Seattle football on a great play by Richard Sherman.
2nd down and 4. Fake it to Williams. Almost intercepted. Sherman read it all the way. Jumped in front of Philly Brown. And clock at 3. They get it off in a draw. Stewart sidesteps, coming near side, still going, and powers his way down inside the 7. First down Carolina. Now down by 7. Going to set up a screen to Williams. And Cam Chancellor comes in like a missile and hits him for no gain.
Maybe last year it was Earl Thomas. I got a lot of favorite players, but this guy right there, Cam Chancellor, watch this play. He's so big, he's so fast, he's so intimidating. He's the tone setter for the Seattle defense. Just a huge presence in the middle of the field at the safety position.
Blitz coming. They're going to sling it to Williams on the screen. Cam Chancellor, what a play and a short gain. Again time. Near side, and intercepted! It's intercepted by Chancellor! Touchdown! 89 yards!
The other Cam Chancellor, took advantage of it. He's hanging back, reading the eyes, and there he goes. Cam Chancellor, I don't think anybody in this league has played better at the safety position this year. With all due respect to his safety mate, Earl Thomas, he's a game-changing player for this defense.
Newton to throw. Gonna go deep to Country, and that one is almost intercepted. It was Earl Thomas who came in and knocked it away.
So you got
Rodgers pulls it back and then tries to hit Adams. Pass incomplete, 2nd and 10 coming up. Devontae Adams up in the backfield. Protection, end zone. Adams and picked by Sherman. Oh, they're playing with fire, and number 25 just burned Aaron Rodgers.
Talked to Aaron Rodgers the other night, Joe. I said, are you going to try a deep ball against Richard Sherman? He plays it as well as the receiver does, and he makes him pay.
Pickoff. Sherman, the best in the business. Here's Lacy. He doesn't get it. It's 4th down, and Earl Thomas at the end of the play comes out to shake his hand, and Green Bay is bringing their field goal unit on as Bruce Irvin made the play.
Well, Bruce Irvin does a nice
pass is caught but short of the end zone. Randall Cobb, and now it's 4th and goal again. This is quiet as it's been as Rodgers slides through pressure and throws incomplete. And there's no doubt. Here's Lacy, has to stretch it out, chased to the sideline, and a good hit. And there is Earl Thomas. He is. Here's Lacy left side. Chancellor throws him to the ground. He was down. Ball came out. He was clearly down. And on 1st down, blitz. Rodgers sideline, not on the same page with Rodgers, the tight end. Blitz, pressure. Rodgers steps up, throws. He's got Nelson, and Nelson gets a little bit of yardage to the 31. And now it's all
14. Tom again protected well, throws to the outside to the 10-yard line. That'll be about a 4-yard gain as Ho'omanawanui on him against LaFell. Brady, good play fake, good time. Deepest pass of the day for him, and it's incomplete. Gronkowski was 3rd quarter. Brady quickly to the outside. And taken down is Edelman after a gain of a couple. Cam Chancellor. And he's going to get sacked. Everybody covered and bruised.
Coverage all over the field. Richard Sherman, who gave up the first pass of the game, and that has been it. Gronkowski, when he ended up in one-on-one coverage against KJ Wright, had a play, but just nowhere to throw the football.
8-yard sack. That's Seattle's first. Brady will swing it out. Vereen. And there's Richard Sherman, whose girlfriend is pregnant. She's doing about play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal. Malcolm Butler, who almost made the phenomenal play that wound up in Purse's arms. There are flags on the field for a celebration. Amazing. As demonstrative as ever, and Richard Sherman going, what? I agree with you. I mean, why make that call? You're down on the half-yard line.